Hello, wonderful people out there. This is Ukonu, and I welcome you back to another series of BrainBox. And today's series will be considering the topic titled "The Way You See Life Changes the Way You Live It." How do you see life? And let's look at it in this series. Now, have you ever wondered why two people can go through the exact same storm, yet one comes out stronger, while the other comes out bitter? The difference isn't always what happened to them. The difference is how they choose to see it. How do you see it? That all determines what the outcome that you will get. Now, life is less about what happens to you, and it's more about what happens inside of you. What is that actually happens inside of you? Two people can lose the same opportunity at the same time, and one says, "My life is over." Now, what do you say? The other says, "This is a chance to start again." Is that the kind of person that you are? The event is the same. The perspective what is different, and that perspective is what changes everything. That's one thing we must note, because your perspective becomes lens through which you see the world. That is how you see the world. If you believe every setback is the end, you will stop trying. And if you believe every challenge has a lesson, then you keep growing. It depends on what you believe. The obstacle didn't change. Nothing at all changed, but what actually changed, you did change. That's the difference. And that's why two people can work at the same company, face the same difficulty, or experience the same disappointment, and still end up with completely different future, because they see it from different lens. One becomes discouraged, while the other becomes determined to use the setback as a stepping stone, because perspective shapes decision. This is what shapes your decision, and decision is what shapes your destiny. Your outlook influences how you treat people, and it affects how you respond to criticism. You don't take it personal. It determines whether you focus on what you have lost or what you still have. Because a hopeful perspective doesn't ignore reality. It faces it. It simply refuses to let temporary pain becomes a permanent identity. And that's real strength. That is where your strength comes from. It says the season it's over. It won't define the rest of my life. That's what it says. And remember, every sunrise begins after the darkest part of the night. Don't ever forget that, because every chapter has pages you enjoy and pages you wish you could skip. But you don't judge the whole book by just a chapter of it. That doesn't determine whether it's a good book or not. So why judge your whole life by one difficult season? Why? That's the question you must answer. Because whenever you're facing today, you don't let it convince you that your story is over. Because one thing you must know, storm passes, pain heals, doors open, new opportunities come. How do you embrace it all? But only if you keep moving with hope, because the way you see life will always influence the way you live it. Now, on a final note, don't let temporary challenges define your permanent outlook. Your perspective today is helping write the story you will actually tell tomorrow. So one thing you must know is that what's one challenge that changed your perspective and made you stronger? I want you to share it in the comment section so we can all learn from it. And if you're viewed to a time like this, we appreciate you. And don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section down below. And any topic of concern you'd like us to treat, don't also forget to leave it there, and do subscribe to our channel so we might bring content like this your way. See you same time next week. Activate your brain box today. Thank you.